Hello world, hello world. Welcome back to my channel. Call me Biz, George Carlin, and we're here again. Look, I've been enjoying George Carlin. Actually, outside of this, I've watched a couple of interviews that he's done. A couple of y'all sent me interviews, both to my email, and some of y'all had the links. I learned that he had a daughter. I've just been learning more about, like, you know, his personal life outside of the philosophy on comedy, you know, pretty interesting stuff. Anyways, y'all said, based on my last review, y'all said this one would be the next logical choice. This is Balance the Budget, all right? The last one, we talked about the death penalty. Well, he talked about the death penalty, so this is Balance the Budget. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and watch. But before that, hit that subscribe button. You know, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know you were here, all right? No more ghost watching in 2024. If you ain't got nothing to say, just be like, I was here, and I appreciate that. That's love. Let's go ahead and watch.
Listen. Hey. I got a lot of good ideas.
Let's hear it.
Balance the stupid fucking budget. Here's another idea. I'm going to save you a whole lot of money on prisons, but at the same time, we are still going to remove from society many of our more annoying citizens. 4 groups are going away permanently. First group, violent criminals. Here's what you do with these Emmy Award winners. You take the entire state of Kansas. You move everybody out. You give them a couple of $100 for their inconvenience, you know. Gotta be fair. And then you move them out, you put a big 10-story electric fence around Kansas, and Kansas becomes a permanent prison farm for violent criminals. No parole, no police, no supplies. The only thing you give them is lethal weapons and live ammunition so they can communicate in a meaningful way. Then you put the whole thing on cable TV. The Violence Network, VNN. And for a corporate sponsor, you get one of those companies that loves to smear its logo feces all over the landscape. Budweiser will jump at this shit in half a minute.
Red Bull.
All right, next group, sex criminals. Completely incurable, you gotta lock them up. You could outlaw religion and most of these sex crimes would disappear in a couple of generations. But we don't have time for rational solutions. Much easier to fence off another rectangular state. Rectangular states are cheaper to fence, saves the taxpayers money, you know? This time, Wyoming.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But only for true sex offenders. We're not going to bother consenting adults who like to dress up in leather Boy Scout uniforms and smash each other in the head with ball-peen hammers while they take turns blowing their cat. There's certainly nothing wrong with that. It's a victimless hobby. And think of how good the cat must feel. No, we're only going to lock up rapists and molesters. Those hopeless romantics who are so full of love they can't help getting a little of it on you. Usually on your leg. You take all these heavy-breathing fun seekers and you stick them in Wyoming. And you let them suck, fuck, and fondle. You let them blow, chew, sniff, lick, whip, gobble, and cornhole each other until their testicles are whistling, "Oh, come all ye faithful." Then you turn on the cameras and you got the Sperm Channel. And don't forget our corporate sponsor. We're going to let Budweiser put little logo patches on the rapist pants right here. This pud's for you.
They would too.
All right, next group, drug addicts and alcoholics. Not all of them, don't get nervous. Just the ones who are making life difficult for at least one other person. And we're not going to bother first offenders. People deserve a chance to clean up. Everyone will get 12 chances to clean up. Okay, all right. 15. That's fine, and that's it. If you can't make it in 15 tries, off you go to Colorado. Colorado. A perfect place for staying loaded. Each week, all of the illegal drugs confiscated in the United States that the police and DEA don't keep for their own personal use will be airdropped into Colorado. And we're going to turn the Coors Brewery over to the beer-drinking assholes, and everyone can stay wasted, wired, stoned, bombed, hammered, smashed, and shit-faced round the clock on another new cable channel, Shit-Face Central. This is the real Rocky Mountain High.
Yeah, man. You gotta separate.
Okay, I've saved my favorite group for last. The maniacs and crazy people. Yeah. The ones who live out where the buses don't run. And I distinguish between maniacs and crazy people. A maniac will beat 9 people to death with a steel dildo. A crazy person will beat 9 people to death with a steel dildo, but he'll be wearing a Bugs Bunny suit at the time. So you can't put them all away. You know, you got to keep some of them around just for the entertainment. Like a guy who tells you the King of Sweden is using his penis as a radio transmitter to send anti-Semitic lesbian meatloaf recipes to Soupy Sales and Marvin Hamlish. A guy like that, you want to give him his own radio show. No, the Maniac Farm will be reserved strictly for hopeless cases, like a guy who gets a big tattoo on his chest of Liza Minnelli taking a shit. You know? And he tells you if he wiggles a certain way, it looks like she's wiping her ass, you know? A guy like that, you want to get him into custody as quickly as possible. Now, for the Maniac Farm, I think there's no question we got to go with Utah. Utah, easy to fence, right next to Wyoming and Colorado is right next to Kansas, and that means all 4 groups of our most amusing citizens are now in one place, except for the big fences. And I think I have another one of my really good ideas for cable TV. Gates. Small sliding gates in the fences. Think of what you've got here. Think of what you've got. Predators, degenerates, crackheads, and fruitcakes.
That's good.
900 miles of fence separating them. Every 50 miles, you put a small sliding gate. But the gates are only 10 inches wide, and they're only open once a month for 7 seconds.
What?
And you know something? Fuck cable. This shit has got to be on pay-per-view. Because if those gates are only open 7 seconds a month, you are going to have some mighty interesting people pushing and shoving to be first online. Deeply disturbed, armed, cranky lunatics on drugs. You know the ones. A lot of tattoos. A lot of teeth broken off at the gum line. The true face of America. And every time you open the gates, a few of the more aggressive ones are going to get through. The creme de la creme. The alphas.
The top G's.
They're going to get through, they're going to find each other, and they're going to crossbreed. And pretty soon you have a melting pot. Child killers, corpse fuckers, drug zombies, and full-blown wackaloons. Wandering the landscape in search of truth and fun. Just like now. Everyone will have guns, everyone will have drugs, and no one will be in charge. Just like now.
Wow.
But at least we'll have a balanced budget. Thank you.
I think he got all of them right, but I wouldn't put alcoholics. What he said, not all, because like some people are alcoholics you wouldn't even know, you know. So I don't know if I put alcoholics there. I don't know. I don't know, but I do be saying that I feel like being an alcoholic, like I feel like alcohol is the worst drug just because I said just because what? Anyways, because alcohol is like very socially accepted. I said this before, I forgot in what video. Alcohol is very socially accepted. So a lot of time, by the time you figure out that you have a problem, it's usually too late. You're already an alcoholic, where other drugs, people start to judge you immediately. It's like, fam, you just sniff crack, like you just sniff coke right in front. Is that a needle? You just gonna stick a needle in your arm in front of, you know, niggas, cause we can see you, like we're looking at you, fam. Whereas if you're drinking, nobody gives a shit. Like, so I feel like alcohol is easier to get into and to get deep into it. And I guess that could kind of lead you to other things. You feel me? Cause alcohol is simple, like, because here's how they get you. As a kid, right, you start to learn, oh shit, like, you know, whether it's social pressure, I don't know what it is, but every kid, they couldn't wait to sneak in a beer to get their first drink or whatever. Now that's what they doing on the weekends, or they sneaking out, or they doing this, and it's a lifestyle for them before they even turn the age where they could actually drink every time they want, and then they turn the age where they could drink every time they want. Now it's a constant thing, and then now it becomes like a part of you, and you don't even know that you have a problem, and your life is shit. Good times. No, I'm playing. Look, George Carlin again. Those are some interesting. Those are some interesting ideas. He said something that I'm kind of thinking about, and I'm gonna be thinking about. He said the whole like sex crimes would be eliminated if we just, what he said, like something about religion. I gotta think about that. I gotta watch that over and think about what he said, because I don't know what he means by that. Does he mean that like religion is the reason for a lot of sex crimes, or is he trying to take a shot at, because you know how like all these preachers and priests and popes and all these guys are getting exposed for sex crimes, especially the Catholic. Whew, it's bad. So I wonder if that's what he's talking about. Anyways, man, interesting stuff. Like I said in the beginning, it was dope to kind of like look into the background a little bit, man. Very, very interesting guy. Like, that's a dude I would like to sit down with and have like a 3-hour conversation. But I'm pretty sure I would find out what I need to know within the first 30 minutes. Oh, man. Anyways, y'all let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. Also, let me know what is next from George Carlin. And I got you. I want to say another thing too, man. I know with these George Carlin reviews, I know I get a lot of people mad based on the things that I say. I want y'all to also understand that he is an entertainer and he is a comedian at the end of the day. So I look at this as comedy and entertainment. You feel me? So I just say that because some people are a little too, you know, you relax. Calm the fuck down. Relax. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next one, and guess what? You better be there. Peace.